Hi, my name is Teresa, and I will be discussing Susan Cain's Quiet, the Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. So, what she first describes is the difference between an introvert, an extrovert, and an ambivert. And I personally identify as an introvert. An introvert is someone who is very closeted and very quiet, someone who enjoys very deep intellectual small talk, a person who enjoys being by themselves to recharge at the end of the day. They can definitely gear into a conversation and get into a project, but they are very reserved when they need to be. An introvert, on the other hand, is someone who is outgoing and enjoys going to parties, which is the complete opposite of myself. An ambivert has characteristics of both an introvert and an extrovert. On page 12 of Cain's book, she says, "Shyness is the fear of social disapproval or humiliation, while introversion is a preference for environments that are not overstimulating." I completely and utterly agree with this, and the fact that people very often confuse shyness for being introverted. It is not that we are shy, us introverts. We are individuals who prefer very deep small talk, as I said just a moment ago, and we enjoy being with people who have like-minded ideas, who enjoy the conversations we have, who are willing to engage in this conversation rather than go from topic to topic to topic. While small talk is not an overly large problem for us, it is not something we prefer to engage in on a day-to-day basis. As a kid, I think I was definitely more extroverted than introverted. I always liked to be the leader out of all my friends. I liked to put on all the plays. I wanted to be the director with them whenever we did that. I led all the games. I was the oldest, so I always took charge, and it was just how I did it. As an introvert, now that I'm older, I realize that I think I always had that introverted bit to me. I can still seem extroverted, so I think I'm an introvert who can pretend to be extroverted when needed, but I'm definitely a very closeted introvert. I prefer to be by myself. As an introvert, I have learned that when I was a child, yes, I like to be out with all my friends and in the open and performing and always being there. But at the end of the day, I also enjoyed coming home, coming into my own bedroom, and reading a book. It was a way for me to come back to myself, which is what Cain also touches upon when she references restorative niches, which is the place that you want to return to yourself at the end of the day. She references that on page 219 and gives a couple of examples. It could be your bedroom, a coffee shop where you can be by yourself but still around people, which can be very helpful for some introverts. Not everyone wants to be completely by themselves. So coffee shops can be a very restorative niche for some introverts. For myself, it is definitely my bedroom. I can come in, I can take a deep breath, I can relax, I can pull out my homework and I can do it at my own desk. I can be by myself. I have that time to breathe and recharge, and then when I am ready, I can go out and mingle with my family and friends again. I think an extrovert, bordering now introvert, now that I'm in my 20s, I definitely think that it has helped me figure out what major I want to go in communications, in the terms of that I really enjoy being with people, but it has to be on a certain level of it. I can't just be going from topic to topic to topic, small chat at parties. I have to have a very specific idea of what we are doing. And Cain also touches upon that on page 218 in her book. She gives you 3 points on what you're supposed to be looking at for your careers. The first one, she says, look what you loved to do as a child. I loved to be around people. I liked to be producing things. I always wanted to put on plays and talent shows, and I wanted to be leading the games with my friends. I loved to do that. The second thing she touches upon is, what do you gravitate to? For the past couple of years, I have found that I've gravitated towards photography and making movies and putting that stuff together and then presenting it to people. So there's that presentation part again. I enjoy showing people parts of me that have been very blocked off or closeted otherwise. And the third thing that she says to do is to do what you envy for your career. And at first when I was reading that, I was very, very confused about what Cain meant. But then I realized, in terms of that, I envy movie producers. I very much envy the fact that they have this fame and this almost ideal character to them, in the way that people look up to them and say, oh, for example, John Wayne, or John Huston, or John Ford, or whoever. They are people who are looked up to. They are presentations of self that people can enjoy and discover. And it's definitely something that I would like to be known for personally. I would like to take being in with the people and then a presentation of what I have made and put it together. And I think that would make me a producer or a camera person or a voice actor or something. And that's definitely something that I would envy, which is why I'm in a film and new media concentrator. And it's been spectacular so far. I can be with people when I need to be to collaborate on the ideas. Or I can take a step back, edit the work I need to do. I can talk with people. I can go to the conferences. I can do all these different things. And it works. For someone who likes to be introverted, but also likes to be extroverted now and then, it is the ideal major in concentration, in my opinion, to be in the process of quote-unquote being a film producer. Now, on the other hand, I believe that this book in particular was chosen for this course because of the way that it highlights both introverts and extroverts, and of course your ambiverts who fall into the middle. I think this was a really, really good choice for this course because not only did it help me understand myself more, it helped me understand extroverts. People who always need to be out there, and I never understood that. That was always something that was beyond me. How could you be near people and be recharging? How is that ever helpful to anyone? When I always need such downtime and to relax, how can it be recharging for someone to be around other people? And Cain's book has enabled me to realize that not everyone recharges the same way. We all have our restorative niches. For introverts, it might be in our bedroom. For extroverts, it might be at that party down the street with over 100 people. It's different for everybody. This book has also taught me that being an introvert is okay. It is okay to be yourself. It is okay to be an extrovert. It is all right to be whoever you would like to be. It definitely has helped me realize who I am at school, among my friends even, and at work. I work with children, so I'm not always wanting to be on them and interacting with them. Sometimes I like to observe the children and then try to focus their play into something that we can both benefit out of, which I find very helpful in realizing that that's okay. The fact that it's okay for me to take a step back even when I'm working with young children, to then put myself in with them in a meaningful way. Cain has highlighted the fact that that is alright, and that makes me feel much better about myself. It has also helped me realize that extroverts can now realize that I, as an introvert, or others as introverts, need that downtime. Yes, we understand that they want to be out and about and always doing things with us, but sometimes we need that time to recharge. And since we don't recharge the same way, I think that this book has enabled them to see that we need our own ways to do it as well. My name is Teresa, and I am an introvert.